Il Divo is a multinational operatic pop vocal group created by manager Simon Cowell. Formed in the United Kingdom, they are signed to Cowell's record label, Syco Music. Il Divo is a group of 4 male singers: French pop singer copyright Sébastien Izambard, Spanish baritone Carlos Marín, American tenor David Miller, and Swiss tenor Urs Bühler. To date, they have sold more than 26 million albums worldwide. History. The idea behind Il Divo's creation came to Cowell after hearing Andrea Bocelli perform Conti e Partire Squared while watching The Sopranos. In 2004, G4, a quartet of operatic male singers, also appeared in the UK on Cowell's TV show The X Factor. They finished runners-up, but were signed by Sony Records. Ironically, the lead singer of this group, Jonathan Ansel, had previously auditioned to be a member of Il Divo. Cowell was already aware of this new appreciation for lyrical voices and classical music. He had decided to form a multinational quartet that recreated the style of the 3 tenors. Cowell conducted a worldwide search for young singers who were willing to embark on the Il Divo project, which lasted 2 years, from 2001 until December 2003, when the 4th member of Il Divo, American tenor David Miller, was signed. The well-established formation of Il Divo comprises a renowned Spanish baritone, Carlos Marín, 2 classically trained tenors, Swiss Urs Bühler and American David Miller, and a French pop singer, copyright Sébastien Izambard. Il Divo sings in Spanish, English, Italian, French and Latin. Il Divo was named the most multinational UK #1 album group in the 2006 edition of the Guinness Book of World Records. On April 25, 2007, Il Divo performed on American Idol in one of the Idol Gives Back episodes, which raised money for children in the US and Africa. For every vote cast during that show, Idol sponsors Coca-Cola, AT&T, and others donated money to charity projects Entertainment Fund and other groups such as Save the Children and America's Second Harvest. On December 12, 2008, Il Divo performed their new song at the Swedish Idol 2008 finale in the Globen Arena in Stockholm. As Barbra Streisand's guests, having just completed a 6-month tour of America, Australia, and Europe, Il Divo then participated in all 20 concerts by Barbra Streisand in her North American tour as her special guests. Streisand, the tour with Il Divo was ranked 2nd for all tours for 2006, generating $92.5 million in gross sales. They also accompanied her in her Europe's concerts. 2006 World Cup. On June 9, 2006, Il Divo performed the 2006 FIFA World Cup official song, The Time of Our Lives, with R&B singer Toni Braxton live, at halftime, during the opening match between Germany and Costa Rica and again a month later at the 9th July closing ceremony. The song is available exclusively on the Voices from the FIFA World Cup compilation album and on the European reissue of Braxton's album Libre but not on any Il Divo album. A shortened version of the song is featured on the 2nd disc of Braxton's Greatest Hits album. 2011 Paraguay Show. The Paraguay Show was Il Divo's biggest capacity performance ever and took place on December 20, 2011, at the Defensores del Chaco Stadium in Asunción, for 33,900 people. 2014. On July 19, 2014, Il Divo played before a capacity crowd at Edinburgh Castle where a pop festival took place ahead of the 2014 Commonwealth Games. The group performed Amazing Grace at the event, which also saw artists such as Jessie J, Smokey Robinson and Culture Club perform. Discography. Il Divo. Recording started in the first half of 2004 in Sweden, with producers Quiz and La Rossi, Per Magnusson and David Kruger, and in the UK with producer Steve Mack. This self-titled album contained the Spanish rendition of Toni Braxton's hit Unbreak My Heart, their second single and first original song Mama, Sinatra's My Way, Nella Fantasia, and 1994's San Remo Festival winner Passera. The album hit the #1 slot on both Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com after a career-defining appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show on April 5, 2005, where they performed Regraze a Mile. In the United Kingdom, the Il Divo album knocked Robbie Williams off the #1 spot in the UK charts. Williams allegedly said to them at the Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason film premiere, "So you are the four idiots who have forced me off my #1 spot." This multi-platinum selling CD became #1 in the charts in a total of 13 countries around the world, and achieved top 5 placing in 25 countries. Ankara. This was recorded in both Sweden and London with producers Per Magnusson, David Kruger and Steve Mack, who were also the producers of their first album. Released on November 7, 2005 in the UK, it hit #1 both in the UK and Australia within 1 week. Ankara was released in the US on January 24, 2006. It entered the Billboard Albums chart at #1, selling more than 150,000 copies during its first week of sales. Highlights include Isabel, I Believe in You, a duet with Car copyright Line Dion, a Spanish version of Secret Garden's You Raise Me Up, and a Spanish cover of Eric Carmen's All by Myself. Two of the tracks on the non-American release of this CD, O Holy Night, and a version of Schubert's Ave Maria, also appear on 2005's The Christmas Collection. The Christmas Collection. Recorded in 2005, the album is a collection of Christmas and holiday-inspired songs. Voices is a collection of songs released at the time of the 2006 FIFA World Cup. Siempre. Released on November 21, 2006 in the United States and 1 week later in the rest of the world. The Promise. The album was released globally on November 10, 2008, except in the US and Canada, where it was released on November 18, 2008, Ireland where it was released on November 7, 2008, and Japan, on November 26, 2008. The album reached the #1 spot in the UK on November 16, 2008. The album was produced by Steve Mack. According to the credits on the DVDs, the bagpipes in Amazing Grace, both on this album and in the performance in the Coliseum DVD, are played by Robert White. Wicked Game. Wicked Game was released on November 4, 2011. The album reached the top 20 in national charts in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Spain, Switzerland, and the United States. Greatest Hits. On September 6, 2012, it was announced that Il Divo will release a Greatest Hits album. The album, released on November 26, 2012 and produced by Alberto Quintero, features songs spanning Il Divo's incredible 8-year career as well as 4 new songs including My Heart Will Go On, I Will Always Love You, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You and Alone. On October 15, 2012, it was announced that Il Divo will tour with Katherine Jenkins for the first time over Europe and North America, a musical affair. DVDs, Mama. The Il Divo released Mama the video, which included exclusive footage of the making of the video, a live recording of Mama live in New York, plus a photo gallery. Encore. An open-air live concert filmed at the Teatro Romano, which is part of the archaeological ensemble of Mar Copyright Rider World Heritage Site in Mar Copyright Rider, Spain, 2005 and was released as DVD on January 24, 2006. The DVD features 8 tracks, including Concert, Si Tu Me Amas, Isabel, Oh Holy Night, Hero, All by Myself, Extras, Il Divo Revealed, Regresa Amy, Mama, Live at the Greek Theatre, the second official DVD release of Il Divo. This contains the full live concert performed on June 27, 2006 at the Greek Theatre in Los Angeles, California as part of their World Tour 2006. This recording captures all the songs that have established the group's popularity, such as their breakthrough hit Regresa Amy through to their original songs such as Mama, Si Tu Me Amas, and the only song taken from their Christmas album, Rejoice. They also performed a previously unreleased rendition of the iconic song Somewhere as featured in the musical West Side Story. Most releases in the United States of America do not have Every Time I Look at You on it, as a major music distributor bought the rights to it in order to promote this song as a bonus track on their release of the DVD, despite the track listing on the back covers still listing the track. Setlist: Regresa a Mile, All by Myself, Passera, Isabel, Nella Fantasia, Rejoice, Porque tu m'aimes encore, I believe in you, Unchained Melody, Every Time I Look at You, Si tu m'amas, Feelings, Mama, Somewhere, Hero, My Way, Extras, The Time of Our Lives video, performed with Toni Braxton as the official 2006 FIFA World Cup song. It features 3 versions, English, German, and international. Up Close and Personal interview, focuses on the group's reflections of their success so far. Live at the Coliseum, the DVD was released in the UK on December 1, 2008, but the show was at the Pula Arena in Pula, Croatia. It features performances of Amazing Grace, The Power of Love, Hallelujah, The Winner Takes It All, Adagio, with an in-depth 30-minute interview entitled The Promise Il Divo and Conversation. An Evening with Il Divo, live in Barcelona, while partaking in their largest worldwide tour. Il Divo recorded and released An Evening with Il Divo Live in Barcelona, a live DVD with an accompanying 10-track CD with songs from the concert. It was recorded at Il Divo's largest capacity performance in Europe and took place at Palais Sant-Jordi on April 3, 2009 with attendance of 20,000 people. Added to the setlist are 2 previously unrecorded songs by the band, Bridge Over Troubled Water and The Impossible Dream. Extras include a behind-the-scenes footage making of the tour interview with Il Divo Disc 1, the CD, Unbreak My Heart, Unchained Melody, La Promesa, Adagio, Somewhere, Nights in White Satin, Without You, Hallelujah, Amazing Grace, My Way, Disc 2, the DVD, Somewhere, Unbreak My Heart, La Promesa, Angelina, Isabel, Bridge Over Troubled Water, She, Passera, Unchained Melody, Mama, Nights in White Satin, The Winner Takes It All, Without You, Porque tu m'aimes encore, Every Time I Look at You, Hallelujah, Adagio, La Vida Cinema, Caruso, The Power of Love, My Way, Amazing Grace, The Impossible Dream, Extras, On Tour with Il Divo, Live in London, Setlist, Come What May, Dovemore, Adagio, Nella Fantasia, La Vida Cinema Every Time One Look at You, Passera, Unchained Melody, My Way, Wicked Game, Si tu m'amas, Mama, Hallelujah, Crying, Unbreak My Heart, Without You, Porque tu m'aimes encore, Somewhere, Time to Say Goodbye, Bonus Content, Countdown to the Coliseum, At the Classic Brits, At the Photo Shoot, In the Studio, At the Coliseum, Wicked Game, Track by Track, Wicked Game Album Trailer, Bibliography, Romancing the World, Author, Allegra Rossi, Format, Hardback 128 pages, Date of Publication November 10, 2005, Publisher, Orion ISBN 978-0-7528-7519-4, Our Music, Our Journey, Our Words, Author, Il Divo, Format, Paperback 192 pages, Date of Publication, September 6, 2007, Editor, Headline Book Publishing ISBN 978-0-7553-1657-1, References. External links, Official website.